Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today in this video, me, Ghina Khairunnisa, and my friend Nyimas Ellmania will be presenting materials about subjective versus objective tests and formative and summative tests. So the first one is subjective tests. So subjective question types allow students to organize an original answer using their own words. And this type of question usually have longer answers like paragraph or couple of sentences. And subjective assessment are popular because they are typically take less time for teacher to develop, and they offer students the ability to be creative or critical in constructing their answers. And subjective assessment are excellent for subjects like reading, writing, philosophy, or literature. More specifically, it is excellent for subjects that encourage debate, critical thinking, or interpretation. While objective questions type require students to select a response from a list of alternatives provided to them, or to supply a word or short phrases. And with this type of questions, only one correct answer is identified. So objective questions is far more exact and less open to students' interpretation of concept or theories. And then the purpose of subjective tests is to assess areas of students' performance that are complex and qualitative, using questioning which may have more than one correct answer or more way to express it, while objective task is to assess specific parts of learners' knowledge using questions which have a single correct answer. So the characteristic of subjective tests is that it's generally easier to and less time consuming to construct than are most objective test items. And with this type of question, different readers can rate identical responses differently. The same reader can rate the same paper differently over time. And the characteristic of objective tests are: 1. They are so definite and so clear that a single definite answer is expected, and 2. It ensures perfect objectivity in scoring. 3. It can be scored objectively and easily, and 4. It takes less time to answer than subjective question types. So here are the example of subjective questions we can find. It is essay questions, short answers, definitions, scenario questions, and opinion questions. See that this type of questions requires long answers. Like in essay questions, the students will write their answers in paragraph, and in short answers, it needs to be answered with short sentences. And in opinion questions, the students need to write their own word or opinion to answer these questions. And the examples of objective types that we can find is 1. Multiple choice items, 2. True or false items, 3. Matching items, and 4. Assertion reason items. Okay, so the next material will be presented by my friend Alma.
My name is Nyimas Ellmania. My student number is 15. Formative assessments. The essential purpose of formative assessments is to move students' learning forward while their learning is still in the process of developing. It operates as a feedback loop in which both teachers and students can play active roles in enabling learning by consistently working to build and consolidate students' understanding and skills during the course of lesson. The next, summative assessment. Summative assessments are used to evaluate students' learning, skill acquisition, and academic achievement at the conclusion of a definite instructional period. Next, the goal for formative to monitor student learning to provide ongoing feedback that can be used by instructor to improve their teaching and by students to improve their learning. And then the summative, the goal is to evaluate student learning at the end of an instructional unit by comparing it against some standard or benchmark. And then the types of formative assessments is quiz, games, presentations, and group activities. The last, the types of summative assessments is tests, final exams, reports, and paper. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.